Welcome, everyone, to the Firing the Man podcast. On today's episode, we have the privilege to interview Adam Robinson. Adam is the founder and CEO of Retention.com. Retention.com is an identity resolution service that has the ability to identify 1/3 of your anonymous website traffic so you can market to those potential customers. So first things first, tell us a little bit of background on your life story and experiences and prior jobs and what led you to founding Retention.com.
I once worked for the man. I graduated college in 2003. I went to New York because you can make the most money if you got a job in an investment bank. I didn't even really know what that meant. I made my way to the credit default swap trading desk, and I was there from 2003 through the financial crisis when they went bankrupt, joined Barclays, who bought them afterwards, and did that for like 8 or 9 years. And then I found this girl who, she's like, well, there's an opportunity right above MailChimp. Finally came across this identity thing, and I heard about it. There is the ability in the world to identify someone who hits somebody's website and get an email address and then give it to that person. Why is no one selling this? Like I know with our customers, I could sell it to every single one of them.
David and I have been using Retention. We've been testing Retention.com's software in our own businesses for several months now, and it's working really well. So Adam, can you dig into a little bit? You touched on it a little bit earlier about kind of what Retention does. Kind of one of the main features is capturing emails from anonymous traffic. Can you speak maybe at a high level, like how does that work? Is it legal?
In order to serve ads in the ad tech world, there are a bunch of publisher networks that enable that. And they basically, through authentication events, people logging in, people clicking in emails, they're able to either cookie people's browsers or match browser characteristics with a hashed email, which a hashed email is an email address that has been encrypted in a way that a human being cannot unencrypt it. There's one use case is to serve banner ads. Other people are involved for different reasons. So we've aggregated a bunch of these networks that allow us to basically give our customer the pixels of all of these different networks that we're involved in it, so that when someone comes to your website, if they see that cookie, we can see if there's one of these hashed email addresses in it. If there is, then you're like, okay, that's great, but a human being can't unhash it. Well, the way one would unhash it if one wanted to is one would go around and accumulate all of the email addresses in America and just hash all them in the same language. Because at that point, it's just a VLOOKUP. So this is not in the spirit of what they were trying to accomplish with this anonymous ad network. But this is what we're enabling. And it really works, as you guys know.
Absolutely. So to your clients that are e-commerce customers, they capture these emails. And then what? What are the next steps? How are they using these to increase revenue?
You would put the pixel on, you would integrate it with your email service provider. Then let's say you have a welcome series in Klaviyo. You literally just copy it, paste the welcome series, change the subject line of the welcome series to thanks for stopping by the site. The ongoing act of retargeting these people over email is what converts. It's like, of course, the first email is going to make the most money. The sum of every point of contact after the welcome series is like 75% of the total P&L of the program. The welcome series is only like 25, if that makes sense.
So how do you properly calculate lifetime value of an email address? And then how long does that take? Is it like, depends on the product? Like if it's something consumers use every week or every month or maybe once a year, can you speak to that a little bit?
I think that the only logical way to calculate the ROI of the emails that you're giving us is to pick a point in the future, draw a line in the sand, download the list with all of the customer lifetime values next to it at that point, and look at what you paid us until that point. Every business is so different. It has been and I don't have someone spending time on this, like kind of when you're in the phase we are with the resources we are, it's like, we're just drowning in activity. And like, when you come in our sales funnel, we generally say We think in 60 days, if you're not like 2 to 3x, we want to change something.
Some of our listeners are running campaigns. Like, are they on par with the industry? Are they doing better? Do they have room for improvement? What are your thoughts there?
The statement, "This will work as well as your house list," seems to assuage people's concern, or at least get them to try it. The real results come after doing it for a long, long time, because you're just accumulating so much more of a first party audience than you get any other way. I think you can see what you need to see in 60 days.
Which flows am I going to run to make the most revenue in e-commerce? What, in your experience, what have you seen the flows that are like the top 3 flows that are money makers?
Adding an SMS collection and message before that flow hits for anybody you have a phone number for, and then waiting in that flow to see if they converted from the SMS is a wonderful move. And that to me is like a pretty low hanging fruit. Klaviyo's got an SMS platform right now. The second low hanging fruit related to abandonment, everybody has cart abandonment set up. Maybe 25% of people have product abandonment set up, meaning you're browsing around, you're looking at a product, they didn't put it in the cart, but they bailed. Those are phenomenally high performing emails. There's something about the timing and the personalization and whatever. Those are amazing. So, and we can also grow the audience of who those go to as well.
Retention.com, for our listeners, what features does it offer? Who is it a good fit for if they're interested in getting more emails? And can you explain that a little bit?
Our perfect customer is a Shopify Plus store. Their businesses are great. They already have product market fit. Like, they have a ton of traffic. They figure that out. They probably crack the email thing.